On the 28th of October 1835, at Waitangi, the first formal Declaration of Independence, he whakaputanga, was signed by 35 rangatira. The document, similar to the Declaration of Independence for the United States of America, it declared sovereign independence for the United Tribes of New Zealand. That meant they were the supreme authority of the land. The declaration was forged due to convicted British citizens from the penal colony in Australia that were out of control in a state of lawlessness, causing chaos. The Declaration of Independence achieved three objectives. It declared the rangatira have all sovereign power and authority. It forms a governing body that would meet each autumn to make legislation. It sends a request to the King of England, William IV, to protect their sovereignty. The declaration was not an offer to the British Empire to take sovereignty for themselves. The Declaration of Independence was sent to New South Wales and then went to the Colonial Office in London, where 5 years later the Royal Navy sent Lieutenant William Hobson to charter the Treaty of Waitangi. Many opponents of the Declaration of Independence have attempted to minimise or play down the significant role of the Declaration, or make an argument the Declaration of Independence was superseded by the Treaty of Waitangi. Why he whakaputanga is still relevant today as a living, breathing document is because British colonists and their descendants have refused to honour agreements in Te Tiriti o Waitangi. Te Tiriti o Waitangi and the Treaty of Waitangi are actually separate documents and offering different promises to both sides. In Te Tiriti o Waitangi, that the United Tribes maintains their sovereignty and full authority and power over tax revenue, criminal justice system, and all of the bureaucracy involved in governance. In the Treaty of Waitangi, this offers sovereignty to the British royal family, not British colonists, or their descendants. The New Zealand government has attempted to compensate present-day iwi through small settlements that equal 1 to 3% of all confiscated estates. The amount of redress has been so pitiful, combined over a period of 28 years, they are the equivalent of the defence budget for a single year. Although critics describe the Treaty of Waitangi settlements as a gravy train for a grievance industry, these ridiculous opinions are precisely why the Treaty of Waitangi has failed to be honoured, and it's time to take a greater look at the Declaration of Independence, he whakaputanga.